So now to the Heat. What do you think about the Heat?
I think the Heat will be the playoff team. The Heat have a good team.
What seed?
Would
you guesstimate?
5, 6. Not too high, but the Heat will be a very good team. Personally, I think they will.
Yeah, I think that the only thing that the Heat have added really was Kelly Olynyk, which is kind of like, whatever.
It's a good addition though.
It is
stretch four. I mean, Udonis is getting old. Well, not getting old. He is old.
As fuck.
He is old. You needed a stretch four. Bam, the rookie they got. Bam. Last name. He's looked good every single time I've seen. Every single time I've seen him on my TV screen, he jumps off the TV screen. He's looked good. I think he'll be all rookie second, all rookie first team. One of those guys. They have a good team.
Okay, he's just starting power forward?
No, he's not starting, but he'll get some minutes though. Okay. James Johnson had his best season of his career last year. Josh Richardson, second year off the ACL. I think he'll return more to form. He'll be better. Dion, I think Miami has a chance to have 2 All-Stars. I think Whiteside's definitely going to be one, and then between Dion and Dragic, I think they have a chance to have 2 All-Stars. And they got a good defender in Winslow, who was banged up a little bit last year. Miami's going to be a good team.
Yeah, I think for Miami it depends on if Winslow makes the leap, right? Because when they drafted him, people were talking. When people saying like
James Harden, I don't know why people said James Harden, but people were saying James Harden.
I heard some people say it's like a Scottie Pippen like.
I ain't hear no Scottie Pippen like.
I heard that he can defend as long as he's athletic.
But I get it.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think this year for him is a year that he could take the opportunity to seize that small forward position. And if he can do that, and all he has to do is just be better than James Johnson, I mean, that's really not that bad of a position for Miami to be. So you have Dragic, you have Dion Waiters, you have Justice Winslow, you have the rookie off the bench. You also have Kelly Olynyk, depending upon if you want to start him at power forward, because you really can, because you don't really want anybody down there with Hassan Whiteside. You really can kind of run like a 4-and-1 or a driving kick style type offense with a pick and roll mix. So I think the Heat are going to make the playoffs. I thought they would make the playoffs last year. I think the Heat will wind up taking the Bulls' playoff spot that the Bulls lacked, and I think that the Hornets will wind up taking the Pacers' playoff spot. Even though I think that the Pacers are going to wind up winning around 38 games this year. I think the Pacers will be way better than people expect them to be because they have a lot of guys that have a lot to prove.
Now, I will say Sabonis, front line of Sabonis and Miles Turner is intriguing to me. I did like Sabonis.
And he was a rookie last year, right? Yeah.
I liked him. You got pretty much 2 stretch fours, stretch 5s on the court. So I do like that matchup, and also he's going to a younger team. He has time to develop now. I feel like when OKC he was kind of just thrust.
Yeah, it was like, you gotta go.
Yeah, it was like from day one. Okay, now you get drafted by the Magic, you get traded on draft night. Now you're in a situation where it's like you get thrust in there. Like, I
mean, but isn't that what you want though?
Yeah, I mean, at least he has the experience. He's played on a playoff team. Yeah. He's played in the playoffs.
He's played with an MVP, so he knows how to play with other players.
Great players. So I mean, those 2 guys in the front line do intrigue me, but I don't think they're gonna win 38 games. No, I think we're looking at more around 30 for Indiana. This is also a rebuilding period for Indiana.
So for the Wizards, what do you think?
I think the Wizards are gonna. I'm giving them 52 wins. They're obviously gonna win the division.
You think the Wizards are gonna win 52 games?
Yeah. Why not?
They didn't get better.
They didn't get better.
They didn't get better at all.
They didn't get better, but
they got better in no way.
They didn't get better, but if you look at how they started off the year last year, they started off the year pretty bad. I think they started off like 10-17 or something like that. Then they went on some crazy tear throughout the season. I would assume that they would get off to a better start. I would assume John Wall comes back, Bradley Beal comes back better. Both of those guys come back better. They arguably, you could make a case it's the best backcourt in the NBA. Those 2 guys, if you wanted to make a case, you could. As long as Bradley Beal can stay healthy. I know they don't really have a bench, but I think without a bench, you can still win 50 games. I don't think that really hurts you until you get to the playoffs. In deeper rounds against like Cleveland and Boston. I think then that's when the fact of them not having a bench really comes in to hurt you. But yeah, I think they can win 50 games. I think 50 games is. I think Boston will win the most. I think Boston will probably win about 58. I think Cleveland will probably win about
58 for Boston.
58.
They won 53 last year.
58. It's gonna take a little bit of time for them to get used to playing with each other. So I think 58 for Boston. I think Cleveland can win about 53, and I think Washington can win 50 games.
Interesting. So the Wizards, I actually think the Wizards take a step back. I think the Wizards wind up finishing the season winning like 47 games. And I think that is going to be and I think that Miami winds up winning the division.
That's bold.
No, it's not bold, only for the simple fact that Miami was starting to come together last year, and then Dion got hurt, and it kind of killed their momentum. Dragic is coming off arguably his best season as a pro. Hassan Whiteside is coming off of his best season as a pro. James Johnson's coming off his best season. You still have Justice Winslow, and they also just have the fact they have Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra. They're not going to continue to be this, and they missed the playoffs by a game last year. Yeah. So they're going to be better this year. I'm sorry, and they have Olynyk now, so now they can stretch the floor if they need to. And Olynyk is used to playing in the East, and he's a tough guy, gritty guy. He broke Kevin Love's fucking arm, so it's not like you expecting him to come in there and be some powder puff that like you can't put him out there in the East in a playoff game. Him
and Whiteside is a very formidable front line. Formidable front line.
I agree. Yeah. So I think that the Heat will wind up winning. I actually think the Heat wind up winning 48 games next year. I think Washington is going to finish the season around 46, 47 wins next year.
46?
Yeah. I think that Atlanta is going to finish the season probably with 27 wins.
I don't know how they're even going to win 27.
I think Charlotte is going to actually wind up winning 43 games, which will sneak them into the playoffs. Yeah. And I think that the Magic will wind up winning 35 games. But I think that everybody thinks Orlando is going to be the worst team in the NBA ahead of the Bulls. I think that it's going to actually wind up being I actually
Atlanta.
agree with you.
Atlanta.
Well, no. I'm sorry. I think it's going to be Detroit. Then I think it's going to be Atlanta and then the Bulls. I don't think the Bulls are going to be as bad as people think they are.
They're not.
Like youth in this East,
they're too young.
Is weak.
They're too
young and stupid. Yeah, I get what you mean. They're too young and stupid to know to
lose.
Yeah.
To lose,
especially if Zach LaVine comes back, because he's got a point to prove.
If he can come, he got a point to prove, and that contract's coming up this summer, so he's gonna want to come back and play good. And also, people are saying, well, he was the reason, that Minnesota was losing because after he got hurt, Minnesota went on a little tear. Even though I think they would have gotten better regardless anyway. But
you should have D-Wade on the team until you get rid of him.
You have D-Wade marketing.
You can't tell me, even though they claim the young players hate him. Did you hear that? The report?
I mean, I could see why. He's probably a dick. He's probably a dick, dog.
Why is he a dick?
Because he's just an old guy. It's like, get out the way. He lags on defense. You see plays where he lags on defense. Like,
but he's also still averaging 18, shooting damn.
That don't mean they like him as a human being.
I mean,
I probably wouldn't like him either. They still have Robin Lopez, who's still a good center. Like the Bulls, they aren't terrible. Atlanta has worse talent than the Bulls.
To me, okay. So what do you think the Bulls? If Zach LaVine can come back, what do you think the Bulls' opening day starting lineup is?
Chris Dunn starts at point guard. Obviously, you traded for him, you had to start him. Chris Dunn, D-Wade, Zach LaVine, Marketing, and Lopez.
I don't think D-Wade gets cut or they let him go into the end of the season when they just want to tank as many more games as possible.
Probably All-Star break. He'll still
through All-Star break, I think the Bulls are going to wind up winning like 18 games through All-Star break, and people are going to be so pissed.
They're not getting a top 2 pick unless the NBA gives it to them. They're not going to lose enough to get a top 2 pick. Now, Michael Porter Jr. might want to start looking up stuff in Atlanta.